Hey guys. All right, this is our first of a series of three digital anchor charts for our geometry unit on 2D shapes. All three of these standards cover standard 5G3, which says that to understand that attributes belonging to a category of 2D figures also belong to the subcategories of that category, which we're going to dive into here in just a moment. Basically, it means that when we look at polygons, all triangles are also polygons. And even though a square is a really special type of quadrilateral, it's still a quadrilateral and it's still a polygon, which means basically in this hierarchy that everything that falls underneath a category also belongs to that category. Notice that the square is not underneath the triangle category. So it doesn't share all of the characteristics of a triangle. It shares the characteristics of the quadrilateral, which is why it's under that category. MG4 says that you can classify 2D figures in a hierarchy based on properties, which means if I gave you triangles or rectangles to sort into categories, you would be able to do that. So this first video is an overview of polygons. Polygons are closed figures that are made of straight lines. So all of the shapes that you see on this anchor chart are polygons. They are all, they have special characteristics, but they all meet the qualification. They are a 2D shape made of closed straight lines. They don't have curves, so a circle is not a polygon. So the first type of polygon on here that you need to know is a triangle. You are familiar with triangles. You know that triangles have three sides. There are three categories in which we can break those triangles down. We can acute equilateral triangles have three acute angles. Acute means less than 90 degrees and three equal sides. All equilateral triangles are acute because the interior angles of a triangle come together to be 180 degrees, which means in an equilateral triangle where you have three equal angles, that's 180 divided by 3, which is 60. You can have scalene triangles in which all three sides are different lengths. And within that category, you can have acute scalene triangles, right and obtuse scalene triangles. We'll talk more about that in our triangle video. You can have isosceles triangles, which have two equal sides and angles. There are acute or right acute triangles, right obtuse triangles, and, or sorry, there are acute isosceles triangles, obtuse isosceles triangles, and right isosceles triangles. And again, that will be continued in another video. We're also going to learn about quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals are polygons that have four sides. We're going to talk about kites, parallelograms, trapezoids, rhombi, rectangles, and squares. We're going to learn about pentagons, which have five sides. And guys, basically, this is vocabulary, okay? There's not a lot of math strategy here. You need to memorize that a pentagon has five sides and five angles. A hexagon has six sides and six angles. A heptagon has seven sides and seven angles. And an octagon has eight sides and eight angles. The one that's not on here is a nonagon, which has nine sides and nine angles. And a decagon, like a decade has 10 years, a decagon has 10 sides and 10 angles. When you see the word regular polygons, that means that all the sides and angles are equal. So the only regular quadrilateral on this list is the square, because the square has four equal sides and four equal angles. All the other ones are still polygons, but they're not regular polygons. The only regular triangle on this list would be the acute equilateral triangle, because all the sides and all the angles are equal. All right, so basically this is some vocabulary to practice, might be helpful to make some note cards, and good luck with this.